Only 40% of you are subscribed. Fix that. I want to say thank you to my Patreon subscribers and my Twitch subscribers. If you want to help out the channel, you can actually help out for as little as $1 a month. Enjoy the video and have some fun.
As viewers of my channel would actually know, I find some very perverse enjoyment and pleasure in just crapping all over a lot of these but wokeness people, and it's interesting to say the least. And well, if you know anything about my quote-unquote She-Hulk review videos, you'll know that I find this shit hilarious. And by the way, nothing is going on in the chat. Nothing is going on in the chat. Not somebody who actually knows what he's talking about making fun of a chud. Nothing is going on in the chat. So if you see the chat and you see something going on in it, don't worry. It's just a conversation. Nothing is going on in chat. Just like there's no war inside of Boston say. But speaking of fictional assholes, let's look at Dave Cullen. You know, Black Pigeon Speaks. You know, the person that was left the West because he wanted some Asian vagina. I don't know what else to say. Here, let's hear him talking about the Woman King. Oh, all right, let's go.
As you're no doubt aware, there's quite a bit of controversy surrounding the film The Woman King because of its historical revisionism. Heck, I go so far as calling it historical vandalism.
Wait. Does he really think that the movies that say based on a true story is really based on a true story? Okay, all right, wow, okay. Nobody can accuse conservatives of not understanding satire, sarcasm, metaphors, assembly, because nobody can accuse them of that because they'll be telling the truth. Anyway, let's go.
The filmmakers intentionally decided to alter very important historical facts regarding the story they were telling in order to produce a black female empowerment film, because, you know, current year and all that. Now, of course, it's hardly the first time that Hollywood has taken artistic license when it comes to telling stories based on real events. And
does he think... Wait, what is he complaining about? Is he complaining about woman black bad? Like, is that all he's complaining about? Like, does he think that motherfucking Master in Chief was a true telling of motherfucking the guy who defeated Napoleon in on the naval battle? Does he think motherfucking The Last of Mohicans was a documentary? Does he think Bohemian Rhapsody was a motherfucking real life story of, like, no, it's Hollywood. They fucking dramatize everything. All right, let's go.
And that's really the key. You know, sometimes when a Hollywood film begins with those famous words, based on a true story, or inspired by real events, it's so incredibly misleading, because to the unassuming audience member, they'd be led to believe that they were about to watch a fairly accurate account of real events, when in fact, there's nothing about the words, based on a true story, or inspired by real events, that suggests that at all.
So why the fuck do you have a problem? It's because black woman's strong. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, and I am so far from somebody who's like, oh yeah, rah, black person, rah. Like, but no, like, why does it matter to you? Why? Why are you taking the time to make a movie, make a video talking about a movie which you will probably not see? I don't. Sure, let's go.
most people might assume that what they're going to watch isn't going to be totally accurate, it's at least going to be an honest and best possible attempt at being as truthful as the filmmakers can be.
I mean, like, does he think that Braveheart was he's from the Isles in the north with the British people and shit like that? Does he think Braveheart was like a true telling of the story? No, nobody believes that. All right, let's go.
Based on the highest quality historical evidence available, right? Also wrong. Based on a true story or inspired by real events are more like disclaimers, which basically say, we have very loosely based our film on a true story and embellished and dramatized aspects of it greatly in order to make it more entertaining. The Woman King is a lot like that, except just replace the word entertaining with the word woke. Also, I cringe at the title.
Okay, woke. Again, woke. It just means black and woman. That's all it means. It's one of those things where people just be like, it's political. How's it political? Because black and woman, like, the thing that fights. Like, the fuck? Okay, let's go.
As the film says in the trailer, based on powerful true events. In other words, they took serious liberties with the truth in order to produce a stunning and brave Slay Queen story. So the film...
Okay, what's so wrong with that? They didn't say it was true. They didn't say it was historical. They literally said based on true events. You know it's going to be narrativization. You know it's going to be dramatization. Why is it a problem for you, man? Why is it a problem? It's because black strong woman, they can fight. Like, is that what it is? Is that what it is? But let's go.
The film is about this West African kingdom of Dahomey, which was the most powerful state in Africa during the 18th and 19th centuries, and there was an all-female band of warriors called the Agoji. Now, I'm not going to get into a big plot breakdown or character breakdown, but suffice to say...
Because reasons. Why? Then if it's not about the plot or the story or the characters, why do you have an issue? Alright, let's go.
The Dahomey are depicted as being anti-slavery in the film. The problem is that given the divisive nature of left-wing identity politics in America for the past few years, where white people are constantly told to feel guilty for slavery and always reminded of it, despite the fact that more white people fought to end slavery than were ever involved in it.
Who were they fighting? Who were they fighting? Who were they fighting? I'm just saying, who were the white people fighting to end slavery? I'm just saying, who are they fighting? Come on, you can say it. They were fighting other white people. What? No. What? Like, this shit is crazy to me, man. Like you always hear that thrown out, but who were they fighting? Let's not talk about characters that were that were making me have evilism. False statement about white people. Majority support slavery until the Civil War. All right, let's go.
And of course, slavery ended 150 years ago, and so no one alive today took part in it or was a victim of it.
You know what? And here's the thing, and this is one of the things that I get on some of the blackity black woke hotep black folks. He's right. Nobody alive today has taken part in slavery. I personally don't want people who are not black to feel guilty about them actually owning slaves because they didn't. Now, are they taking part in a system of capitalism that heavily favors some of the historical things? Yes. And the way of fixing that is to say, we want socialism, and to advocate for a more equitable distribution of what everybody works for. That's just it. And for people who want to sit back and use the past to cudgel people that did not participate in it, they're kind of fucked up. Now, if you're currently participating in a system that actively oppresses people, you can cudgel the shit out of them, metaphorically speaking, all the fuck you want. But I don't think that there's some big guilt that's attached to, you know, a particular melanin content in somebody's skin. It's just that's just stupid. And once you start essentializing the character of a person because of their skin or the culture that they come from, then you run the problem of doing it for your own. That's not it's not a good thing. But let's go.
My opinion, films like this just serve to stoke more racial tensions. And the story concerns me because it's presented as black people fight against racist white slavers because white people and their slavery, am I right? But the reality is, the Dahomey were involved in slavery themselves, and they were far from the morally righteous heroes presented in the film.
And again, why are you upset about this shit? Okay, let's go.
This article is from Hollywood vs. History, and it's well worth reading. Is the regiment of female fighters in the movie based on an actual group of female Dahomey warriors? Yes. The Woman King true story confirms that the all-female military regiment existed and was called the Agoji, or Mino, our mothers. They were referred to as the Dahomey Amazons by Western Europeans who wrote about them, an obvious nod to the fierce female warriors in Greek mythology. It's also believed that the Agoji were the inspiration for the female warriors in the Black Panther films.
Oh my God, he doesn't realize that they weren't just in the films. They literally are in the comic books. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's go.
Did the Kingdom of Dahomey participate in slavery and slave trading? In answering the question, how accurate is the Woman King, we learned that in real life, the Dahomey are much more the villains than the heroes. The Kingdom of Dahomey was a bloodthirsty society based on conquest. The article goes on to describe some of the brutal and depraved violent acts of the Dahomey, including decapitation and dismemberment. They conquered.
So, imperialism, no matter what technological stage, is bad. Why are you so bent on actually just showing that, hey, no, these black people are bad too? No. Forget the other stuff in the movie. Forget the history that we know, but these black people are bad too. Damn, that sounds like what about what they did? What about ism? Okay. It's about whataboutism. That's all it is. This shit is just a fucking video of whataboutism. But let's go.
Neighboring African states and took their citizens as slaves, selling many in the Atlantic slave trade in exchange for items like rifles, tobacco, and alcohol. Many of the slaves they sold ended up in America.
This is that same fucking trope. This is nothing but the same fucking trope of, oh yeah, the black people sold slaves too to get, guns and drinks. Like, the fuck? This is that same trope. It comes from the same place of, more white people fought in the Civil War than the people that owned slaves. Yeah, but they were fighting other white people. This is just like the racist trope of, black people bad too, and so their hands are just as tarnished in the slave trade as ours are. But let's go.
America. Ironic, considering this is an American film. They also kept some slaves for themselves to work on royal plantations. The business of slavery is what brought Dahomey most of its wealth. For them, it very much came down to either enslave others or become enslaved yourself. Wow, that sure is a very different message than the one presented in the film, isn't it? The Agoji, women warriors.
Is the movie even out? Let's see when did this come out? This video came out on September the 23rd. Let's see. So when did it come out? Oh, it came out about 2 weeks ago. Okay, a week and a half ago. Let's go.
Fought in slave raids, along with the male fighters. Again, there's more descriptions of disturbing violence. During the raids, they'd burn the villages to the ground. Those who they let live, including the children, were taken captive and sold as slaves. The movie strategically downplays this part of Dahomey's history so as to not complicate the story with the truth.
Oh, like the Bible! I'm sorry. Wait, what? Like the Bible. Oh, okay. Yeah. Here I am doing a whataboutism, right? But, no. He has no problem when it's, other cultures doing it. It's just, motherfucking business. But when, Africans do it, and they make a movie about how, okay, wait. Maybe it gets so advanced with the, mistelling of the truth that you start getting pictures where the great black hero comes and saves it all, like like the great white hero. Like, no, this shit is stupid. You are just mad because strong black women. Like, I didn't see him doing this shit for Braveheart. I ain't seen him doing this shit for The Last Samurai. Like, the fuck? Like, he literally, look, there is literally a movie called The Last Samurai with fucking Tom Cruise. I don't get, okay. All right, let's go.
Yeah, the truth often gets in the way of a good narrative and agenda. Each year in Dahomey, roughly 500 slaves and criminals were mass executed in large-scale human sacrifices during the religious ceremonies of a festival known as the Annual Customs of Dahomey. Is John Boye...
Did he just, really just do the bloodthirsty savages? He just really did it. Like, wow, the tropes keep coming. Let's go.
Boyega's character, King Gezo, based on a real king of Dahomey. Yes, Gezo was king of Dahomey.
We know that they don't like John Boyega's. He had the audacity of being a black person in Star Wars. It wasn't Lando Calrissian, whatever the fuck his name is. Let's go.
1818 to 1858, and was known for his military reform. It's true that under his rule, the Agoji, Dahomey female warriors, became a significant part of the Dahomeyan military, expanding from roughly 600 women to as many as 6,000. While colonization of Europeans was indeed a concern, it didn't escalate until after King Gezo's reign. The kingdom of Dahomey had attained most of its wealth through the slave trade, and King Gezo was a strong proponent of slavery. In reality, the main conflict with white Europeans during King Gezo's reign came through the efforts of the British to bring an end to the Atlantic slave trade, in which the...
So he just had to bring in the white savior complex too? Oh my god! Okay, great. This is what did he say the article was? I hope it's oh god. Let's finish this and we're gonna go to the article. Hold on 1 second.
The Kingdom of Dahomey was a major player. The British had to blockade the ports of Dahomey in order to put a stop to the Atlantic slave trade. Even after promising to end the slave trade in 1852, the year after the British imposed the blockade, King Gezo resumed trading slaves in 1857. To this end, King Gezo and the Kingdom of Dahomey are the villains of the true story. So that's the main areas of concern in this film. It's another example.
So here, let's do this. Let's look at the article that he cited. Let's look at this article that he cited. Where was it? Let's see something.
Is from Hollywood
versus history. Let's see. Hollywood versus history. So here, I wonder if it's right wing or left wing. Of course, they have gangster. That I want to know here. Reviews. Shit. I wonder if there's a way of actually looking at how it looks, but no matter. This is just we're gonna just wrap it up. So in conclusion, Black Picture Speaks, Dave Cullen, just threw out all the fucking tropes. More white people fought to end slavery than had slaves, even though they're fighting white people. Oh, look, the black people had slaves to trade for guns and whiskey and tobacco. And yeah, that hasn't been used to death. And oh, look, the British were just trying to save everything, and it was based on a real, dude, no, you're pulling out all the racist tropes that we've heard so far. And it's not fucking unique. We've heard that shit. All I hear is wham, strong black women that can fight. And you even acknowledge that, in your article that you pulled up, that yeah, they expanded the real life Dora Mache. And that's a problem for you because women ain't supposed to be fighting. black women can't be strong, and if they are strong, then they're savages. He even brought out the savages of human sacrifice ceremonies. I can't with this guy. It just makes no sense to me. Because I don't understand stupidity and racist. But anyway. Here. Like, share, and subscribe. Help me make that 800 subscriber count. And then we can go from there. But anyway, I'm going to cut this video segment here.
If I gave myself the power